Okay, everybody ready? I'll call the Board of Directors, Community Television of Santa Cruz County regular meeting to order at 5:34 and have the secretary call the roll.
All right. Keith Gedger, I'm here. Vice Chair. Janice is absent. Guy,
I'm here.
Joe Hall,
Here.
Nick,
Here.
Matilda,
Here.
Hey.
and Tom. So right here.
Here. We have a quorum.
We have
Anything
a
here
quorum.
from Janice? I didn't hear from her.
She's traveling. She's in Barcelona.
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 Over there.
Oral communication. Any person may address the board during this oral communication period. All oral communications must be directed to an item not listed on today's consent or regular agenda and must be within the jurisdiction of the board. None on Zoom or present. Consideration of late additions to the agenda, additions and deletions to the consent and regular agendas. None. Let's go to the consent agenda. We have approving our meeting agenda, approving board meeting minutes of June 23, 2025, and the special meeting minutes of June 30th, 2025, and those are included in your packet.
I move.
I have a motion from Director Ann.
I'll second, but just mention that I'll abstain from the June meeting because I was absent at that meeting.
Okay. They're both June meetings, so.
Oh, well, the non-special meeting.
The
regular meeting.
Okay.
It's a banal meeting.
And do you have a second there? Oh, you just seconded, that's right. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, pass. Unanimously with one abstention regarding the regular. Regular agenda, we will review the June and July 25 financial reports and accept the recommendation of the Finance Committee meeting that just took place at 5 p.m. And we only got through the June financial reports. And so we did approve those. And we are going to kick evaluation of the July reports until our next meeting. But any questions on either of those, we can still talk about the July reports if anybody has any questions, but we only approved the June.
And it was simply because we ran out of time, because as you all have been on that meeting, people have questions. It takes time to answer.
And those were that was the year-end report as well. So that,
You mean you were thorough?
yes.
Thank you. Oh, I like that. Don't say,
I did have one question, which, as I'm still learning this budget, related to the salaries for extra help trainers and technicians, and noticing that one had gone. This may have come up before, but that we spent 904% of what had been budgeted. Am I reading that correctly?
Yeah, good call. 7589 for June in the operating.
Could you
I'm looking for it.
You want to explain it?
This is on page 2 of 2 in the board packet on the budget.
And it's
You're
line
right.
item 7589.
It is 7589.
It's the extra help for trainers. I think
Yeah,
it's
go ahead.
It's extra people that we use that we don't usually use. I think that might be where we did two things. Well, part of it is here though.
But we combined something into it all.
Yeah, what we did was a couple of things. We paid to have taxes done, and we paid to have compilations done.
So our tax preparer came in under that number.
Yeah, well, no, the tax preparation is here under this one. But I think that might be, I don't know.
when you say this one, we don't know which one is this one.
Yeah, 6,900 is where the taxes are.
So I guess my
We're
question was,
talking about 7589, which is on the last
I
page.
know, I see salaries, extra compensation. There's a couple of things that No, I think,
Tom was heading into what happened. We hired some extra people, so you weren't running Victor and that to do it. And we gave him a pay raise too, because the wages were a little
oh, that,
low.
wait a minute. Oh, that's,
It's not that big an amount.
Right.
it isn't.
Right.
But
You
it's
know,
one percentage.
That's how you get the
it's
big
a huge percent.
Yeah.
I think we need to ask Mel this, because we have salaries broken up into different categories for reasons. And sometimes people are paid out of two categories.
So honestly, my curiosity is purely, was just to educate myself about it. And then is it one of those things where that was because the budget is apportioned over each month and those months had outside spending, or whether that budget category just grew for the year overall?
It's a good question, but the thing to keep in mind is we are still under in that.
Right. Okay.
So I think we're just move some money around and I'll ask
I'll
Mel.
table that question for now. And maybe we can, if there is a there, you know.
Yeah, no,
just
let's
curious
find
about
out. That's a good catch.
Keith, do you want to give your version of what it was? Because I kind of remember the discussion.
Well, part of it might be Larry, but we haven't. It's
You
not
hired
that
some more
much.
people.
There.
Anyway,
I don't know what that is.
We'll make a note and let's ask Mel. And
Mel knows, yeah. Well, I can send her an email and find out.
Okay.
That's just odd. You know, usually she points things out like that. Like, this is where we did this weird thing. She didn't do that, so I don't think this is weird. I think it's just the way we do it. And, yeah, we'll find out.
Sounds good to me. Thank you.
let me ask you a question though on that same line item. So we had budgeted $583. That's not for all our camera operators and our technicians who cover our meetings, is it? I mean, that's
Oh,
a very
no.
small number.
No,
That was right above.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is,
right, okay. So this is,
yeah, extra help.
no,
okay.
Camille explained it. I kind of remember, but I don't remember enough details to talk and
I
tell.
remember there's something in there, but I don't remember what it is.
Whatever it was, 3,000 of the $5,000 expenditure, 3,000+ within the last 2 months, maybe. I don't know if that helped trigger your memory.
Could be there.
I could, yeah, I just looked back a few of these ago, I could probably find it.
Yeah, didn't we have something? Well, let's just find out what it is.
I think it's,
We actually almost 4,000 of the 5,000. Actually,
I think it was somebody also
so in
got,
May, it was, let's see, what is it? Oh, yeah, there was 2,000 in May and 1,000 in June.
didn't you bring in somebody for that?
That's a lot of money. No, we have had help, in order to move from one platform to another. We have to do a lot of really intense work, and Olivia is the only one who can do it because she knows the numbers and the people and all of these parts. And so for us to switch platforms, we have had other people come in and do the front desk while Olivia does that. And that's happened a few
Maybe
times because we have deadlines and we only have, they'll only help us for, so I'm really sorry we picked these guys. They'll only help us for a certain number of time, a certain amount of time. So we have to finish on all these deadlines. And so if we get behind, we might not be done when they're done helping us. So we brought in people to help Olivia to get things done. Like she just works on the stuff that they need, and someone else watches the front desk. So we have a couple people trained to do that. So that's probably what it is, but I'm not sure.
Okay, well, we'll find out. Any other questions, comments?
Oh, there is one other thing. Yeah,
Yes.
we also are doing we're doing our eBay. We're selling things on eBay. And so we have someone who comes in once in a while to ship things out and to answer questions and do that sort of thing. So there are a couple of projects going on where that's probably going.
So they're not volunteers.
Pardon?
It's not a volunteer that's doing the eBay.
No.
So I just had a question about the, just looking at the, the balance sheet and the amount, that's in the Schwab account, right? It's just, the vast majority of the holdings. So is all of that invested currently and, and pretty much all in T-bills?
Well, Sometimes it's partly T-bills and partly CDs, just depending on the interest rate and if I can get periods that work for us. So yeah, it's all invested though. There's not any money sitting on it.
And then in terms of like liquidity, like for some reason we had a large expense. I mean,
We can, yeah, something mature. Well, usually depends. Sometimes things mature like about every couple months. Something matures and we can take some money out. Yeah, yeah. But we have money in the bank. We also have money somewhere else.
Something.
238,000.
Yeah, we have cash on hand.
So that should cover most of that shit.
I would think.
Eventualities.
Hope so.
For extra help and trainers.
90,000%.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other comments, questions, observations? Okay. So I will entertain a motion to accept the finance committee's recommendation to approve the June 2025 financial report.
So moved.
Second.
And moved by Director Vienheim, second by Director Paul. All in favor? Let's roll call this one.
Me, yes.
Aye.
Director,
Aye.
Guy,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Matilda,
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Okay.
I got everybody, right?
Yes.
All right.
Great. Thank you. Executive Director's report.
Oh, Dave. So,
No, to include a financial update. That's part of that too.
got it. As if you hadn't had enough numbers yet. This is a good year. We actually made more money than we spent, which is always good, and a significant amount. We earned $27,000 more than we spent. So we have done that one other time. In 2019, we made $50,000 more than we spent. That was when we were at our zenith. We were making like $15,000 a month back then. So, the pandemic. So very exciting. That's really good. And we, because Mel and I managed the budget pretty tightly, we didn't spend as much as we projected that we would. So that was also helpful. And that's nice. I love that when that happens. This in June, the co-working center earned $9,200, very close to our $10,000 goal. And in July, it earned $8,900. And in August, when I checked August, it earned $10,711. And as of September 19th, we were at $9,900. So we're bouncing around the $10,000 mark, which is good. It's not always over, but it's close. A lot of times it's close. So that's a good thing. Let's see, I answered that. You said that already. And we ended the year 8.6% of our budget, ahead of our budget, which is good. So, and that's kind of bigger. Usually it's about 2. So this was good. A lot of it is because the government meetings there were lots of them. And whenever we do a government meeting, not all of them, but when we do city or county captioning, so we get paid more for captioning, more for government meetings. So that's good for us. It's not good for the community, but good for us. We got our county contract. We have a contract with the county, and they have to sign it every year. And they signed it. And thanks to Joe, thanks to Tom and Guy, we got what we wanted. and then they signed it. So that was good. That was a big accomplishment. It took a lot of work to do it, and it was just really good when we had that in our hands. Was just so happy.
I would say we got a lot of things clarified that had been misunderstood.
Right, I would say that they were very understanding once we talked to them about how we operate and what our numbers were. Very, very cooperative.
Yeah, they were nice. They weren't. Yeah.
It wasn't winning or losing, just clearing it up.
Yeah. It was a good meeting with them, and we got to know who they were, and they got to know us, and they've been really nice to us ever since. Let's see. I think that's it there. They approved it in August. And in August, under paid services, we covered 17 government meetings. And in June, and I'm sorry, that was not August. I have a note about August written somewhere else, and I'm just in my head. Government meeting services, we did 17 in June, 7 in July, and 11 in August. So it's starting to pick back up now. The repairs to the building are finally done, all of them. We had that flood a few meetings ago, and we had a whole bunch of stuff happen in the parking lot, and then we had no carpet, and walls disappeared. And so everything's back together. All the walls are finished. There's carpet all the way down the hallway. They are replacing the grout in the ADA bathroom because it was flooded, and I was concerned that grout is porous and there's a lot of toxic stuff in it. So they're taking out the grout and regrouting it. We're keeping the tile, but we're regrouting just for safety's sake. We have lots of people in here. We're going to take care of them. Let's see, the other thing. Oh, the supply closet is finally done. And another roof leak has appeared over Office 8. So
Where's Office 8?
2 offices from here. It's where the radio station is, of course. Right over there, their console.
We're in the dry season.
I know. There was just a shower, and I got a call from them, and I told them if anything leaks, tell me right away, because they were just dealing with it before they thought, well, maybe that's old, and that made it worse. So I asked them to notify me ASAP, and they did, and so they're working on that. But so that's one outstanding repair.
So when you say they're working on it, we've got a roofer looking at that?
Not us, but TAP does. Yeah, they have a roofer. Like he comes all the
Yeah,
time.
because that was just a little sprinkle. I mean, that was like, 1/10 of an inch or something.
Yeah.
Over
Yeah, it wasn't much. Yeah.
But it's a flat roof, and so it made
Sits there.
consolidate.
They had thought that it might have been the air conditioner leaking or condensation coming from that or something else. So, I don't know.
Fires
Or not.
Well, if they're on it, that's good. I mean,
But always bring an umbrella to this meeting. Okay, so that was. Did someone else have a question? Okay. Equipment. So we are selling stuff on eBay. We made almost $800 so far, and it's kind of slow going. We're not buying things very much, and so we're doing it. Our next big thing that we want to do is we've got a bunch of tripods we need to sell, and I kind of dread selling them on eBay because they're like a shipping nightmare. Yeah. Yes.
I think there's an inventory specialist here too that you get some credit for this.
Oh, for counting them. Yeah. Yes. Matilda spent many hours in a dark room on a tiny rolling table typing up numbers. And thankfully that helped us figure out what could we sell. So yeah, Matilda, she's deep in this.
Let me know when I do my next leg on.
Yeah, it's almost time. I mean, what the problem in now is confusing because we don't have a lot of place to keep the equipment we're selling. So some of it's got big tags on it, just saying, don't, and it's back where it was. So it's for sale, but it's in the equipment room on its place where it would be.
Just let me know when I should go over there and
Okay.
update.
Will do. Our new pedestal arrived in September, our first one, the one you guys approved in the emergency meeting. And Keith came in and put it together.
Does he know it's for the cameras in the studio?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Can you refresh me on
not
that?
artwork.
Yeah. I got that far, but can you just refresh me on
The
that?
pedestal, I think you were at the meeting. The
Yeah.
pedestal is the big thing with wheels that rolls around and allows us to adjust the camera and manage it. It was a $30,000 deal. And there were two. We bought two. The first one we bought in last year's budget, and the next one is in this year's. So, but we bought them like right side by side. So we got one, and then they didn't have it, and they it's drop shipped. So they thought they had it, and they charged my credit card for it, and then they didn't have it, and then there was this big nightmare of getting me money back, and then I couldn't. Then they put a lien on, like kind of hold on my credit card, so I couldn't buy the other one. We're on the phone all day, so we have to call American Express and tell them you really don't want this money. And so that's all done. We got that, and it's paid for. So Keith came in, and my husband, and they put it together. And so it just couldn't have been weirder. It was very hard. I thought we're just going to put the head right on top of here, problem. It was like, there are all kinds of switches you can't see, and they don't open the way you think. And Keith was on the phone looking at things in the control room on the big screen, watching YouTube videos. But we finally got it done. So we wrote a spike in for this. And
Rusty was huge.
oh, he knows a lot about them, so that was healthy. That was helpful. He's put 1 million tripods together. So my husband came and the two of them wrestled the thing to the ground, and now it works great. It's lovely. Cool. And so we bought 2 of them, and they didn't have the second one either. And so they offered us a really great deal for a big step up, and they were like, "We're so sorry." So we got the next level up for a little bit more. But not, we could have been captured some more narrowly. Right. But they gave us a good deal. So we got a really nice tripod coming. And that's the one we're going to use to hold up. Our cameras are Ikegamis. They're excellent. They're very good. And then we have a tripod. We have teleprompter on it too. And the teleprompter is metal. It's got a big piece of glass on it. So it wears down the tripods. So with this new one, it's much more powerful, more robust. It'll be able to hold that weight without a problem. That's what we think. So then, one day we'll buy a third one. But it's always an adventure. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of worrisome that both we bought, they couldn't actually deliver. So we got different ones. So we'll see what happens next time. But I think that's the only way they can do it. They probably can't keep these things in stock. And probably anywhere we would buy it, they would have to have it drop shipped. So that's why. But we got it. We got the first one anyway. The second one's
so beat the tariff and everything else.
Yeah. Well, I believe they're made in the U.S. They're Vintons. So I think they're made on the East Coast. Oh. On the East Coast already.
Well, that's a different country, right?
Sometimes. Okay, so that's the second one's coming. We'll do a third one later this year, maybe. We'll get the second one. We hired Larry to help Victor.
And Larry Lorette was a former board member here with us, previous secretary, and he represented Capitola and was assistant to the city manager there, I think was his role, and he was kind of the IT guy.
Yeah, he's a technical all things guy.
Yeah, and he just had a career change and decided to leave that spot and go into find something else. And
he's great. Yeah, we know him and we know his skills.
He knows our operation.
Yeah, he knows us. So he's been helping Victor on weird things, and they figured out this weird thing about our Wi-Fi in the back together, and that was great. So they solved that problem. That's excellent. And he is helping us with ISOFI as well. That's a new it's a piece of, well, it's not software exactly. It is like a Wi-Fi thing that is special to co-working. So he's helping with that, and he's helped with a couple other little things like ISOFI sends questions. I'm like, oh, and Larry answers them. So that's really good. And let's see. Oh, we did for outreach. Keith organized a show about the grand jury report this year. And so it was a 30-minute show, and we interviewed the chairman of the the foreman of the foreperson of the grand jury. And it was fascinating. They did a lot of really interesting things. So there was 6 or 8 cases. So it was 6 reports. Yeah, it was very interesting. And he was great. He was on it. He knew everything. So we did a nice show for that. And we met with Jason Hoppin, who is the public information officer of Santa Cruz, and about just brainstorming ideas about ways we might support them and help them. And we had some thoughts. They're trying to go out in the field with their cameras and shoot stuff, and they don't really know how to shoot, so they're not bringing back the right stuff. And it's just vertical or sideways. We don't know. It's both ways. So we talked to them about that and how they have trouble equipment wise. And we told them, lots of equipment. We have edit suites. You can just come right in here and we'll help you. And then I wrote a note to him and invited him to come here and tour. And he didn't get back to me for the longest time until last week. So finally, I heard from him and he said, I'm going to bring my folks over. We'll call you soon to make an appointment. So he'll come over. I sent him some things he might use. There's a really interesting thing called Opus Pro, which is software where you can put something in it and it'll pull the clips out for you. And it's AI based. And I dropped a meeting in there and it was like, you are overextended. So it's got a limit on how much video you can put in it. But if you can get a clip of something like maybe one agenda item and drop it in, it will pull out the relevant pieces. I mean, it says it will. We'll be the judge of that. But I sent him that and a couple other things, Descript, which will transcribe for you and let you like edit with, just typing and you don't have to know anything. So a couple of things like that. And so we'll see him soon, he says. And that's it. That's the end of my report.
I have an update on Vinton where they're manufactured.
Oh, okay.
Great Britain and Costa Rica.
Oh,
Okay. I sense some tariffs coming.
Yeah. And quick.
I thought they were on the East Coast. Oh,
Well, no, it's further.
it's further. It's further. Way further east. It's an excellent tripod. And the reason I chose it was it's excellent. It's one of my favorites. But also, we have Vintons now. So our volunteers don't have to figure out how they work newly. They'll basically be the same.
One of my questions actually is whether the hiring model works the same way.
Has the same knob so far, and it does have something. It's got a 2-stage thing, which is really nice because it goes up high, which we probably mostly wouldn't need. I mean, unless we're going to shoot a cooking show or something. And so we toyed with that to figure out the best way to do it. That's the one thing that's different. I think, Keith, everything else seems the same.
Everything else seems the same. And so I let all the student supervisors know that if you want to go up, I used your words. If you want to interview a tall person who's standing, contact me and I'll make sure we get trained on how to do it. And no one has gotten back to me, so I don't think anyone's planning to interview tall people standing.
Yeah. I don't think that'll happen unless if someone does music, then everybody will be standing. So there'll be that. But yeah, I think most of the time we're lucky Keith is like, hey, we're never gonna need that. Everybody sits down.
You get a circus act in here on stilts.
Then
Warriors come in.
Oh, I say, if we're interviewing Becca standing, we're safe.
yeah, oh yeah.
Then her husband stood next to her. We had
That's
a
good,
reason,
right?
yeah.
And I forgot to mention, Keith had someone come in and tweak our lights. So they aren't exactly where we want them. We're gonna do a little more tweaking, but yeah, they somehow got, people sometimes move the ladder around, knock things out of the way. So they have to be readjusted from time to time. So we did that. So Keith.
Yeah, so I guess you guys know Becca had the whole wall painted green for a green screen. So we have a whole green screen wall with codes. And that was done, gosh, probably a year
A couple
ago.
years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was a year ago, and then someone damaged it, and we had to have it repainted, and then yeah.
So one of the things Rob, the lighting guy, did was make sure we lit the whole wall even.
Well, understand?
Yeah.
Oh, but good, because I was hoping you'd come in and put in some colored lights that the members can, so you already have his contact info.
Well, you can do that with the curtain. We have a white curtain, so you can put the curtain over the green screen, and then.
Right. No, but I've been talking for a few meetings for a while about Rob, I worked with him before coming in.
Oh, is that who you were?
Yeah,
mentioning?
exactly.
That's the guy.
Yeah, I've worked with them, through theater and stuff, and I was hoping we could get some colored lights in there that people can pan tilt zoom and change the colors and have gobos and stuff without having to climb up on ladders and things. And touch the
You're not
regular
allowed
fixed
to
screen.
climb on ladders and change the lights.
Right. Well, so these could all be remote control.
Yeah,
Movers.
that's a good idea. So
So especially for like the music shows. Right? So you already have his info.
we have in there. And someone had messed up the lights. Normally we have a set in the corner and then a set in front of the green screen. And neither one was lit properly anymore. So he got the one in the corner of the property, which is where it used to be where all the shows were done, was in the corner. But then he also made it so basically it's pretty well lit anywhere you want to place lights. I mean, it's not everywhere, but it's most of it. And along the way, we found that we had a couple of burnt lights, and we have the 8-crate grills were missing. And so I think when those grills are replaced, it will be very
It'll be
flat.
even
More
Yeah.
diffuse.
It'll be like
So not
talk
quite
show
as
lighting.
flat as we'd like them.
I ordered the bulbs, and
Did you check the thing for the crates?
no, I didn't go in there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think I've seen them in there. I think they're there. But I found we can order them if they're not. Yeah, so there's a
So
weird
the
little.
lighting is in pretty good shape and will be in better shape. And the pedestals are on the way to being really nice pedestals again. So that's good news.
Getting nicer in there. Yeah. And we have Santa Cruz Vibes is writing an article about the studio. And they have had a whole bunch of people say how fabulous it is in a small town, have this really nice studio, and they equated it to like a big studio in the city. And I was like, not that, but we're back away from that. But it is, it's, for here, it's significant. It's set up like a real studio, it's just smaller than what you'd have in the big city. But also, hopefully, people get excited about that.
Yeah, that's very good publicity. Any other questions, comments?
I was just wondering about the larger items. Have we ever tried listing them on just Craigslist for getting local people who would have to?
We have tried Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, and sometimes where we've sold things, it's like been an old chair or couches or things like that.
Not
But
specialized.
video equipment, there's just not that
I
many.
bought a
people.
projector. Craigslist,
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
I
I mean,
brought a
we can
slide
try.
projector.
Well, we don't have a slide projector. We do have an old projector that has a bulb in it. So we have a couple things like that. I think we rent that for $8. So we're working through it. It isn't happening as fast as we'd like, but it is happening.
All right, thank you. Any board member or staff requests for specific items to appear on the next meeting agenda? Seeing none, I reckon, any announcements?
Announcements. I was just going to mention that. I don't know if you follow the county Facebook, but they just tore out all the old AV equipment and the lighting fixtures from the board of supervisors chambers. So our it's $1 million or something like that. I mean, maybe it's all the different projects, but all the 2.4, huh? The whole thing, which is a lot of the disco money was in the bank. So I guess the board of supervisors is going to be on the road. We just had a meeting down in Watsonville today. They're doing it with Victor. Actually, it was there.
I know, because that's all those guys.
It's a beautiful setup, but it doesn't all work.
Doesn't usually work. Yeah, it's not good. I warned them about that county. I told them, Watsonville and in Scotts Valley. So Capitola and Santa Cruz are good, but the other cities not so much.
So the board of soups is taking it on the road, and we have all the old equipment sitting down in our data center to go do with it. But just want to try selling it on eBay.
I want to talk to Becca first.
Well, I was going to see if we have a TriCaster, TC1. I was going to see if ask Victor if he'd want it. So
As a backup, maybe.
spare,
We used to have a backup for a long time, but we sold it to somebody who needed a backup. I think CNAP.
In any case, that's kind of exciting. We do have our community room down at 701 Ocean. We did the AV system in there, and so it was a nice little broadcast. In fact, tomorrow Victor's coming over with somebody to check out because one of the board meetings is going to be down there, and we're hoping to get other commissions and boards to move their meetings there from the board chambers. So board chambers is more for board supervisors. We'll see how that one goes. Kind of exciting. Oh, and I don't know if you had ever met Stacy Lake, she was one of our she was my supervisor, kind of assistant director. She retired, and they just announced Alan Peakfetty Plekanec or P. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, as the new manager over our division that I'm in. So you might get a chance to meet
Yeah,
him. He's
maybe I'll see him.
a very nice gentleman and couldn't have enjoyed better guys.
Oh, good.
Is he inside?
Yeah, he was the we have a BA, a business analyst. He was the supervisor of the business analyst office. He was kind of the original, put it together. So he was an internal promotion.
Yeah.
Very sharp, very personable, very infectious laugh. You may get a chance to
Maybe I'll
enjoy it.
get to giggle.
So I had a question. We talked some about the fact that the strategic plan committee talked to Jason Hopper.
Hmm.
Is there anything else the strategic plan committee wants to share with the rest of the board?
Yeah, I guess we could, I mean, we've talked to,
It's not on the agenda.
well, it's an announcement.
Oh, no.
That's what we're in.
I mean, we're in process. We interviewed Jason, talked with him. We met with Tammy in the county. We met with head of the Cosmic
Yeah.
Design. Yeah, Eric. And
Todd Johnson.
talking about, we talked to a woman named Kat Johnson, who's a sort of an evangelist for co-working centers. And
It's a
so-
good way to describe it.
Yeah, so we've been kind of looking at the different segments of our business, looking ahead
Mhm.
for, how we can plan for the next, say, 2-3 years. And really, I mean, getting close to trying to put something together, which we'll bring to the board for review, before we finalize it.
Can I add a bit?
Yes, please.
Ruby Boggs, Janice and I have
Oh, yeah.
been looking into the nonprofit angle. And so we have identified a number of nonprofits that what we first came up with was a filter of what kind of nonprofits we could really host here. Like say we can't have the ASPCA or we can't have a medical group or something like that. It's got to be somebody with low foot traffic, a smallish staff, that kind of thing. And we identified a number of nonprofits, and then we dug deeper into some of those categories, like environmental, because mostly they just often just raise money. They don't actually like have meetings and things like that, or not meetings that we couldn't handle. And so people that we can't have people have classes or that big classes. So we went through and figured out a bunch. We dug deep in some categories. And we put together what I found when I did research on doing focus groups, because we did some, did those in TV. And yeah, they are kind of like a circus. So, and they're expensive if we get like real help. So I looked into what other people do instead. If you can't do a focus group, what can you do? And the two things that were suggested were talking to people one-on-one, and also makes sense. And the other thing was like an email survey. So what I thought we could do would be a survey, and then once we could survey all the nonprofits. That'd be pretty easy to do. We know most of them, and we get back their feedback, and then call them after we get feedback. So we have something to talk to them about, and we might incentivize it with a free week of co-working or something like that. But we might be a good first jump into just seeing what nonprofits might be interested and what they think of. What do they think about co-working? What do they need from co-working? How we can help them, and that's how we can frame it. It's like we're trying to see how we can further help nonprofits. And
By way of background, this would be a market for us for the co-working. center.
Exactly.
And so we, seek to expand that business or solidify that.
It's kind of a market testing kind of thing. Is there really an interest? Or it's level setting basically in a way that doesn't cost us lots of money.
Right.
So,
Yeah, because Cosmic said they do that for $30,000.
Yeah.
Give us a list of 15.
they give us 15. I got
They
it.
do. Anyway, so that's good. So there's these multiple avenues for kind of exploring. Hope to pin this all down in the next 6 weeks, 2 months, I think. Set a deadline.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'd like to move that we close this meeting,
All right.
to adjourn.
Great.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all. Thank you.